on Atlantic Hockey Group 2025 season. This is the Knights versus the Wolves. Admittedly, I know very little about the Wolves. I know almost nothing about the Wolves, other than the fact that they're wearing green jerseys. But we got the lively line starting here. This is going to have Walsh on one wing. And looks like Sloan McKinnon on the other wing. This may change throughout the game. We've got Sid and Groom partnered up on the blue line as per normal. Sid back, he sends it to Walsh. Walsh trying to backhand it into neutral ice. Wolves dump that deep. Groom gets there first. Groom's going to go to Sid. Sid's got this. Sid's going to go to the wall. Walsh. Walsh tries to find Lively. He does. Lively gets that stolen from him. Walsh comes in to hit with a hit. To help with a hit, rather. Sloan out of reach for him. Sloan wearing number 55. Walshy with number 65. That'll take some time to get used to. Wolves missed that long lead pass. Sid has that again. That goes back to Groom. Groom hits Harvey. Harvey sends that up for Tony. Tony sends that deep. That's going to go behind the net. That's Mason Cole with the red helmet. This is Rodenheiser, maybe, that came in the pinch. Nope, that was Daniel McIsaac, my bad. Harvey on the wall. Harvey sends that to Rodenheiser. It's hard to see from this angle. Forgive me, folks. That's Harvey behind the net. He bumps into Cole. Harvey turns. He's going to try and find Cole. He does. Cole rips it. He rips it a second time, misses the net. Two great opportunities for Mason Cole. Not able to capitalize on either of those, though. Harvey bumps his guy. Mason falls down. Rodenheiser. And we have got a whistle. I believe that's just that the net is off. We'll get fresh legs out. Out comes McCauley, Smith, Bowden, Kendall, and Blake Sturge. We'll call this the McCauley line. I believe he's going to be the centerman on this line. Bowden and Kendall, very familiar with each other, although they were not partners this year. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Wolves 1-0 on the defensive breakdown by the Sackville Knights. Thank you again to Corey Smith for doing the scoreboard for us. It's actually been improved slightly, so you'll see a penalty clock in these games. That's a new feature we'll test out here as soon as it's our first penalty of the game. Wolves D-to-D. Sturge. McCauley wearing 93, Sturge 77. Bowden wearing his familiar number 2. Volley's going to play this. He's going to settle it down. Bowden has this. He'll go behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Able to find Kendall. Kendall's got to be sharp here. He finds Walsh on the wall. Walsh sends that to neutral ice. Not able to hit his guy, McCauley. Bowden, he'll chip this into neutral ice. It's there. We'll get Lively coming flying out. And that hits the mesh. We'll get a face-off. 9:12 left to play in the first period. Again, score is 1-0 for the Wolves. My understanding is that the Wolves are from northern Nova Scotia somewhere. Cumberland, Spring Hill, that area. They have a couple players from Pictou. But again, not exactly sure. And these are not names I'm going to recognize because they played in a league unfamiliar to me. So McKinnon, not able to thread that needle. Walshy picks that up. Walshy's in. He's got Lively with him. He passes it to Lively. Lively fans on it. Lively'd love to have that opportunity again. He doesn't miss those much. Great opportunity to tie this game by Case and Lively. Lively taps that to Walshy. Walshy sends that through the legs of that kid. That's going to result in a turnover, but good job by McKinnon to come in and apply pressure. Again, Harvey's going to come in. He's going to steal this. He goes around his guy. He gets tied up. No call on that play. Harvey button hooks behind the net. He's looking for help. Harvey still has it on his stick somehow. He chips that up. He's trying to find Walsh. Not able to. Groom will hold the line. Groom sends this to Harvey. Harvey's got a bit of space. Another button hook on the half wall. Harvey battling. He needs help. Sloan comes in. He sends that on net. Geez, nice little shot by Sloan. Here comes Mason Cole. Nice stick there by Makar Sidoric. And here goes Cole. He's being chased, though. He gets bumped. He'll be a big target with that red helmet. We saw that happen last year with Andrew Urquhart. Kids see that red helmet, and they instantly target him. Good job there by Tony on the wall, using his body. Harvey's got it again. He's going to send that to the corner. Mason's there. Good read by Harvey to Mason. Mason's got to buy some time. He sends it back around. No one home, though. Tony's going to get into that corner. There we go. Tony's got it. Tony flicks that behind the net. Again, no one home but green jerseys. And we get a whistle. We'll get fresh legs. Over the boards come Smitty and Sturge. That means McCauley's already out there. Yes, there he is. Number 93 again. 7:15 left to play in the first period. Score still is 1-0 for the Wolves, although Sackville has had many opportunities to tie this game early. All right, away come the Wolves again. Nice little hip check there by Daniel McIsaac. Rodenheiser gets bumped into the corner. McCauley, he sends that. He hits that off the half wall. He's not going to be able to clear it, but Blake can. Blake's going to feed this over to Smith. Didn't get a clean pass. Smith just whacks that in. That's going to go to the corner. Sturge will get there first. Just a step behind a Wolf, though. That's Kendall. He sends it to the corner. Sturgey behind the net. He tries to send it out front. He hits the back of the net, though. Bowden bumps his guy. Wolves clear this, and away they come. Kendall back. McKinnon's going to help on D. They're offside. No call. Smitty, he backhands that. Doesn't get out. Ball for Bobbles that. Rare bobble by Bolly. Nice tap there. We send that to neutral ice. That's a turnover, though. All right, we've got some fresh legs coming out. I see Jaden Walsh is out there. Kendall sends it to the wall to Walsh. Walsh lets it hit his skate, I think. And away it comes. There's Smith. Sends it to Walsh. Walsh goes wide. Lively's with him. Walsh in the corner. He sends it out front. They're digging. McKinnon not able to get a stick on it, but Jaden Walsh is down, and he is hurt. Keeson's checking on him, as is Makar. He's up on his bum. He's sitting up. He's going to be okay. He's up on his knees, and he is coming to the bench on his own power. Good sign. He got the wind knocked out of him hard, though. We are going to have our first power play of the game, I think. Yes, we will. There's a kid in the box. I was watching Walsh. I don't know what the call is. Let's see here. We can figure it out. It's a head contact penalty. Is it 2 or 4? So, power play unit number 1. It's a 4-minute double. Let's see if we can capitalize on this. Kayson's going to want to go to Harvey. He does. Harvey back to Lively. They've been on the power play all year. It's there in front. Harvey behind the net. Mason comes in to help him. Mason taps it back to Harvey. Harvey's got space. He button hooks. It hits the ref's skate, I believe. Mason bobbles that pass, and they're going to be able to clear that. Uh-oh, they fanned on it, but they still able to clear it. Cole's going to have to tighten that up. Harvey, he's going to skate with it. He's going to take it all the way in. He's got the wheels to get it in there. He's going to battle in the corner. He puts on the brakes. Mason comes, takes this. He'll go to the blue line. Groom, that's McCarr. Now we got Groom. Groom going to be patient. He sends it over to Harv. Harv tries to find Cole. He does, and it's a tie game. Harvey to Cole. Tic-tac-toe. Great patience by Alex Groom on that, a.k.a. the Badger. And we've got a tie game. We've also got another 2 minutes of power play left to go. I would suspect Sturge will put out power play unit number 2, which is going to be Sturge, Smith, McCauley, Rodenheiser, and McIsaac. Normally you will see Jaden Walsh on this. I guess we're going to give him an extra break. Let me see if I see him down there on the bench. I actually don't see him on the bench. All right, here comes Danny Mack. Using his speed, he comes in, he crosses the line, he puts on the brakes, he sends that all the way over. He was trying to find Sturge. Good job there by McCauley to keep it in, but they clear it. Walsh is on the bench. He is standing. He is on the bench. I suspect he just needs a few more minutes to feel like himself, but he's not going to miss much of this game. This is McCauley carrying it in. He sends it around. Smith lets it go by him. McIsaac sends it back to Smitty. Again, very hard to see in that corner. McCauley to McIsaac. McIsaac to McCauley. McCauley back to McIsaac. McIsaac shoots. He fanned on that. This is Smith behind the net. He's going to try and find Sturge. Sturge is there. Good defensive play by the Wolves there. Not able to get it by Rodenheiser, though. Rodenheiser sends it right back in. That gets gloved down. I see Walsh coming over the bench now. We've got Harvey, Walsh, Cole, Sid, and Lively. So this, I believe, is going to be power play number 1. You'll see Mason on the blue line for the big shot. You're going to see Sidurk or Groom as his partner. And the forwards are as you see them. Wolves able to clear that. Not the start this power play wanted. Sidurick comes back. He sends that up to Harvey. Harvey's got a bit of momentum. He's going to carry this in. He sends it around. They're going to chase that. Lively will get there. Battle in the corner. Can't see much. That comes to Sid. Sid keeps it in. He does. Harvey gloves that down. I think it's on the wall. There's a battle. Wolves are going to be able to clear that. 13 seconds left. Oh, you can't see that power play up there. Neat feature. Thank you again to Smitty for helping me out with the scoreboard. Harvey sends that to Mason, but he wasn't able to contain that pass. And as a result, that comes back. We're back to 5-on-5 even strength hockey. Here goes Cole. Cole kicks it to himself. Can he rip it over? He's there. Harvey sends that to Walsh. Walsh comes in, sends it on net. Great shot by Walsh. Here goes Mason. Mason using his strength. He sends it back for Lively. It's not strong enough for Lively, though. We get a clapper. That went wide of the net. Harvey's going to pinch. Not going to get there in time. And fresh legs are going to come out for the Knights. We get an icing whistle. We'll get a face-off all the way back. Just under 2 minutes left to play in the first period. 12, 12, and 15 are the way the periods go in the Atlantic Hockey Group, if I'm not mistaken. There will not be a flood. So this game is going to go much faster than you're used to. Kendall. That was Sloan McKinnon. He got bumped off the puck. Wolves come away with numbers. Bowden ties his guy up. Kendall goes back. He'll go behind the net. He sends that around. That gets turned over, though. Bowden gets it back. Sloan, he likes to pass this quickly. He does. Nice saucer pass over to Tony Aliga. Tony's in. Tony's a grinder. Kendall. Kendall sends it over to Bowden, but it's out of reach for Bowden. Bowden whacks that in. Again, Tony's going to get on the wall. He'll keep this in. He does. Good job by Aliga. That's Sloan back there. He loses it to a green jersey, though. We send that wide. Sackville has had all the momentum here. Again, I will probably not be able to break the habit of calling these kids Sackville. They're the Knights. They are based in Sackville, so I guess it's okay. Last minute of play in the first period. Harvey and Cole are out there. Sturgey's out there with them. This is Groom. Groom's going to play it to Bowden. Bowden tried to find Harvey, but he hit a green player's blade. Groom comes in. It is in his feet. Harvey's backing him up on defense. There it is. Number 18 for Green. He's going to do a long lead pass. And we got to be careful here. No problem for the Badger, though. He knocks that right back out. Green's offside. This is going to give Siderick all kinds of time. Trying to pronounce his name better. Oh, he fans. Good job. Finds Cole. That's okay. Gets us out of trouble. Mason bumps his guy. This is Siderick again. He's going to send that to Tony. Tony's going to send that into neutral ice. That gets picked off by a green jersey. Harvey tapped that. Still, this is Miller for the Wolves. Miller going to get a shot off. No luck. We will go into the second period all tied up at 1. Again, no shot clock here, but all Knights. Let's see what Sergi has to say down on the bench. See if I can't zoom in. Much less animated than the past coach that I've been filming, but he'll have lots to say. All right, Sturgey's got the troops fired up. We're going to start with the lively line again. Again, Walsh and McKinnon on the wings. Nate Bolivar in net. Wolves win the draw. That comes all the way back into the Wolves' end, though. Their goalie plays it. This is Jackson for the Wolves. He sends it up. That gets intercepted by Rodenheiser. Sent right back in. Walshy's charging in. Big hit there by Owen Rodenheiser. Daniel McIsaac, he's behind the net. He puts on the brakes. He's going to settle things down. He goes to the wall with Walsh. Walsh sends that to neutral ice. That'll be a turnover, though. That's actually going to be no ice. Waved off. I think that probably should have been icing. I don't think that touched anything. Sloan sends it out blindly. No one home. Walsh is going to come in and pick this up. Walsh would like to find Lively in the slot, but they dump that in. Lively comes off. And Kendall fan on that. All right, we dump that into neutral ice. That will be definitely icing, I believe. Yep, icing's the call. We're going to have a face-off all the way back. That'll give us a chance to reset our line. And this is going to be the Macaulay line, again, with Smitty and Sturge on the wings. Wolves win that draw. Bowden has it. He takes a look. Bowden sends it up. He hits Macaulay, but Macaulay not able to contain it. As a result, there's a turnover. Here we go. This is Smith. Smith likes to dump that in. He does. He dumps it. It's going to go behind the net. Smith will chase it. Macaulay's chasing it. Smith, it goes off his skate, comes out. No one home. Sturge, he's battling. Wolves will be able to clear this. Sturge whacks at that, puts it back in. Wolves clear it again. Kendall again. He'll put this in. No. Macaulay kicks that down. Sloppy play here by the Knights. And that goes all the way down for an icing call. That'll do it for that line. This is going to bring on the Harvey line. Rod telling Adam something. put the puck in the back of the net, probably. All right, Mason's going to take the draw here on the right-hand side of the ice. That's probably what Rod was telling Adam. Mason's got it. He's going to try and find Harvey. Doesn't make it through. Sid, he slows this down. He'll put it in the corner. It's going to come around. Mason's behind the net. Mason drops that shoulder. He sends it to Groom. Groom's going to send that right back to the corner. Mason picked this up. No, lets it go for Tony. Tony's going to backhand this back to Cole. Cole's got Harvey open. He leaves it. He sends it behind the net. Harvey gets there. Harvey sends that to Groom. Groom sends that on net. Good shot by Groom. That got gloved down, though, by a defenseman. And Groom will send this again on net again. It's there. It got tipped this time. Mason with the big hit. Harvey, he bumps his guy. Not as hard. That goes behind the net. Groom sends that to the corner. It goes by Aliga. That goes up. Harvey gloves that down, but he falls. And that's going to be a hand pass as a result of Harvey falling. He's laughing. Great shift by this line. This line's been very dominant early in the game. 9:01 left to play in the second period. And this is going to bring on the Lively line. Only a matter of time before this line does something. I've been watching these kids all year. Walshy's got the hot hand. Let's see if Walsh can carry this momentum into spring hockey. McIsaac takes a look. He doesn't like what he sees, so he turns back. He's going to send that over to his partner, who's Rodenheiser. Rosenheiser sends that to Sloan McKinnon. Sloan and McKinnon misses Walsh, so Walsh just whacks at it. They got to tighten up the accuracy of the passing a little bit here. So far, this line's looked good. There's Kaysen. He likes to stalk these kids. Creates a lot of turnovers. That goes by Walshies. McIsaac pinches. He sends that back. No gray jerseys back there, though. Walsh steals that. Walsh in the corner. He's going to try and find someone. Doesn't make it through. Walsh picks it up again. Walsh sends that to McIsaac. McIsaac might shoot. Walsh with the weak backhand. It's through traffic, though. Here they come. Wolves come. 2-on-2. Bolivar's going to slow that down. This is Rodenheiser, sends it on the wall to Sloan. Sloan sends that to McCauley. McCauley's got speed, but he wasn't able to contain that pass. McCauley's there. You'll see the speed here now. All for nothing, though, because we get a whistle. Icing is the call. Face-off to the left-hand side of Nate Bolivar. No, it's going to be to Nate's right-hand side. My left-hand side. 7:45 left to play in the second period. All tied up at 1. McCauley. The Wolves, I guess, won that. There goes Jack. Jack's got wheels. He's going to fly up. He's going to outpace this guy. He's going to turn. He's trying to send it over to Sturge. Wasn't able to get a clean pass off. Wolves come away with it. Nice saucer pass over, but that hops over the green jersey stick. Blake misses his hit. Kendall, he sends it. There's Smith. Smith backhands it. Sturgey's there. Here we go. Jack. Ooh, Jack gets robbed. Absolutely robbed. Not sure that would have hit the net. It may have actually gone a hair wide. Hard to see from this angle, but regardless. Good glove by that goalie. All right, we got the Harvey line again on this side of the ice. Mason will take the draw. He's going to try and... Oh, he's going to chase that behind the net. Tony's there. Tony goes to the corner. He'll win this race. He takes a look. Harvey picks this up. Oh, Harvey bobbles that. That gets sent right back in. This is the Badger. He sends that around. Mason, nice poke check by Mason to clear the zone. That comes all the way back. Nate's going to send this to Groom. Groom's going to take a look. He's going to send that over to his partner. Rare misplay there by Groom. Harvey's got this, though. Harvey's going to skate with this. He gets dragged down. He gets it to Mason. Mason sends it in. Tony's in there. Tony applying good pressure. Harvey will pick this up on the wall. Harvey sends that to the corner for Liga. That goes by. Mason's going to charge in there. He's going to get there with time. Mason smokes his guy, but he's going to the box for that. Easiest call of the day for the ref on that one. Head contact. Might even do 4 for that. He's arguing it, but ain't going to win that one, Mace. Let's see what they give him. It's a 4. Double minor. All right, let's see how the PK looks here for the Knights. First time they've had a chance. Again, we've got our power play up on our clock here. Sloan, McKinnon, Jaden Walsh, Owen Rodenheiser, and Daniel McIsaac on the PK. Good job by Walshy. He'll hold that down there as long as he can. Again, we've got 2 minor penalties here to kill back-to-back. Looks like we've got an announcer here now. Sloan takes a bump. Good pressure by McKinnon. Wolves not able to do much here yet. They're going to have to turn around. Sloan, look at Sloan stealing this. Sloan rips it. Oh, nice save by that goalie. Good job there by McKinnon. Way to hustle. He's still battling down there. She's still out there. He's going to have to come off. He's getting tired. We got Lively out there. Lively's going to be our best PK. Volley sends that to the corner. That hits the mesh. We'll get a face-off. That will allow us to reset our power play. All right, so we've got Bowden, Kendall, Aliga, and Lively. 2:34 left to kill in the double minor to Cole. This is Reed. He sends it to his partner. His partner's going to rip that. Bolly sees that. And Lively's going to clear this with ease. Watch Lively fly in there. He can catch kids off guard. And he's going to catch this kid off guard. He did. The lateral speed that Payson Lively has is next level. This is Chase Bowden. He's going to take his time, and he's going to rim this all the way down, off the boards, into the corner. And we are now killing the second half of the double minor to Cole. Jack Smith. The kid goes around Jack. He's got wheels. We'll have to watch out for that guy, but we clear the zone. They're offside, well offside. This will give us lots of time. This will be Kendall. Kendall should be able to clear this with ease. He does, all the way down. Good job by Kendall. Jack applying pressure. Jack's going to get there first. Good job by Sturge there. Went off his skates, killed more time. And right back in. This is going to bring us to the final minute of the double minor to Mason Cole. He's got his helmet off over there. He's going to want to get that back on. Battle in the corner. Pinning that in. It pops out. Great work there by Smith. Sturge is there ready to back him up. Oh, Sturge missed that one. 40 seconds left. This is Groom. He chips that on the wall. That's going to be kept in, but Smith's there. All kinds of ice for that kid over there. Volley loves that down. It was a bit of a defensive breakdown there. We gave that kid way too much space to walk in, but Our goalie did his job as he often does. Glove that down, and we'll have a face-off to Bolly's right-hand side. Bolly having an absolute great season. I don't have his statistics, but he had more shutouts this season than I can count. He's not getting one here today, but all he wants is a win. Away come the Wolves. That goes over Bulver's head, sails wide in the corner. Brandon McCauley flying out there again. Bolly had to be sharp there. He's not out of trouble. That kid missed really high. There goes Mason Cole. He's back on the ice. You know he wants to make up for that double. He's flying. He's in. Here he goes. Slides it over. It's not there. Where is it? Mason has it upon the net. Mason battling. Great job there by Cole. Almost found McCauley in the slot. It hit his skate, I think. Tony's out there. We got to get McCauley off. That'll bring Harvey on. Harvey joins his line. Adam dumps that in. Mason's going to get there first. Mason puts on the brakes, but he gets his pocket picked there by a green jersey. He comes back in, hits another kid. Harvey sent that out for a Liga. Liga almost able to score on that. It hit a blade and started to become a rolling puck. He wasn't able to get a good swipe at it, but great job here. Here we go. This is Bowden. He found on the first attempt. He's trying to find Mason. Not able to thread it through, though. As a result, we have a turnover. Away come the Wolves with numbers. Bowden picks that up again. They dump that into the corner. This is Kendall back to get this. Kendall's going to put on the brakes. He's going to send this to Tony. Tony's going to try and find Harvey. A little off target. Harvey goes around his guy, though. Harvey backhands that to himself. Mason's offside, though. Again, he's arguing he was offside by about 2 feet. And he's being told, keep his mouth shut. Again, he's not going to like watching that replay. I suspect Mason's just frustrated. All right. This is Groom. Groom sends it to McKinnon. McKinnon with that nice little chip pass that he likes to do. Didn't work that time, though. Groom took a look. He's going to send it back to McKinnon. McKinnon again with that pass. They're offside again. Lively was offside that time. All right. Siderick. That'll do it. So we're going to go into the third period. This, again, will be a 15-minute period. So, again, we do a 12-12 and then a 15 here in this league. There's no excuse for the Knights not to win this game. They are a much better team. And unfortunately, score doesn't reflect that. But I can say with absolute certainty that Sackville has dominated the majority of the play here. I think this team may be missing 3 players. They have 3 major players, and they are in the Atlantic, so they didn't come to this game today. We thought they might have been here today, but I don't see anybody out there that would indicate to me that they play in the Major League. Maybe I have the wrong team. Admittedly, I did exactly 0 pregame research on this. I'm a bit tapped. After 61 games in the minor hockey season, I need a break. Badger back to get this. He'll rim this around. He does. That goes by Sloan, though. Sloan had to get on that wall better. This is Walsh. Walsh chips that up. That gets kicked back in. This is Warwick. He misses wide. He had a lot of open net there, too. Battle by Badger. Again, Sloan. He doesn't want to get hit. Takes a good bump there, though. Walsh. Got to get this out. We do. Gives us a bit of breathing room, but again, we lose possession. Wolves have the momentum here right now. Miller, he lets that go by. Grooms got pressure. Sends that to the wall to Walshy. Casing comes in to help. That goes back around. This is Siderick. Siderick, he puts on the brakes and then sends it over to Walsh. Walsh has all kinds of open ice. Walsh, he bobbled it a little bit, got it back on his stick, sends it all the way around. Sloan's there. Again, we're getting caught on a change. This is the McCully line coming out. Sorry for the bad camera alert work. Tripod's acting a little wonky here. All right, here we go. Rodenheiser swiped at it, missed it, and offsides, I think is the call. It is. We'll have a face-off outside the zone. $13:20 left to play in the game. All tied up at 1. The Knights looking for a hero here. They will not be happy with the tie. That goes up and out of play. We'll have a face-off. Out. Number 22, again, he's got some wheels. Sends that around. He misses his guy, though, so Smitty will pick this up on the wall. He sends it to McIsaac. McIsaac not able to contain it. Smith has it. It comes out. Rodenheiser dumps that deep. Good play by Owen. Knights come flying in. Again, Jack on the forecheck. That's going to come out. This is trouble. Oliver bails this line out. They'll hear about that in the locker room, make no mistake. Ooh, a big collision here at center ice. The lineman went down hard. He comes up, he's okay. He's taking the blame for that one. Well, Smith tried to do the one-touch pass, but that got read by a Wolf. Oliver saves that one, sends it to the corner. Jack felt the pressure. He decides to send that out. Sturge is on the forecheck. He's applying pressure. Harvey's out there. There's Mason Cole. He's going to be the easiest kid to spot all season. Streamer's dream come true. The red shells and the red helmet. Harvey tries to steal that, but not able. Oh, well, I guess Mason came in and cleaned up that rebound. There's Mason behind the net. Mason drops that for Tony. Tony, he misses that. He fans on that. Harvey comes in. He steals that. Harvey's got some space here now. This is where he likes to be. He's going to shoot from there. He got tied up, though. Good defensive play by the Wolves. This is Kendall. Kendall, he rims that around. Mason picked this up, maybe. Yeah, he will. Chips that to Harvey, but he doesn't get it to Harvey. As a result, all right, here we go. No, Mason not able to get that. It hit his skate. Adam checks his kid. Kendall. He lets that go for Tony. Tony sends that. That comes out. Harvey's going to try and steal this. He lifts the stick. He does. Harvey has it. Harvey's going to try and find Tony. It's there. Great job by Harvey and Tony there. Tony tipped that, I think. Not able to keep it in, though. That comes all the way back. Bolivar. He leaves that for Bowden. Bowden sends that to Walsh, but that's going to go by him, and that's going to be icing. That was a sloppy play. That's not the kind of play we can be doing if we want to win this game. 10:46 left to play. We'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of our goalie. Lively will take this one. We need a goal here. Siderick dances around everybody. He sends it up to Walsh. Walsh bobbles that, though. Walsh is very, very good at getting possession back when he does make a mistake. All kinds of second effort. And here we go. Walshy. Oh, man. Again, that was a great defensive play by the green jersey kid. I don't think he knows how good it was because Jaden Walsh fills the net from that spot. Groom to Sid. Sid sends that up to Sloan. Sloan loses that. They're offside, though, so Groom's going to have more time. Groom sends that to Sid. These kids are great with the D-to-D passing. The criticism may be that they overdo it. Again, Sloan misses his target there. Here comes number 96. Good stick by Groom. Good battle by Groom. And someone took a hard hit there. Kaysen did. Ooh, that hit the top of the net. And we're going to get a penalty. All right. It's going to be number 4 gets that penalty. Slashing, I think. We'll have to listen to the call. Hopefully the stream is okay back home. We are in an old barn with crummy internet. Story of my life. Nice win there by Macaulay, I believe. This is again power play unit number 2. Walsh battling in front of the net, right where you want him. Wolves able to clear that one fairly easily, though. Slashing is the call. Here goes Macaulay. Chips it up. No icing. Smith coming in with speed. Good pressure by Smith. Forces a mistake there, but the Wolves are able to clear it again with ease. Rod's going to want them off, I suspect. He does. On comes power play unit number 1 here. This is going to go to Harvey. Harvey gets around that long stick with ease. Harvey's going to skate this in. He's going to turn. He's going to send that to McIsaac. McIsaac puts that well wide, though. Walshy's still out there. Walshy will send this back to the corner. Lively's there. Lively puts on the brakes. It's a battle. Wolf has it. We got to get Mason Cole out there. He's due. They clear it. That'll bring Mason on. Rodenheiser sends it to McIsaac. That was sloppy play by these blue liners, though. All right, this is Harvey. He's going to have to take ice. We got a head contact penalty coming up. Unbelievable. Oh, and Rodenheiser, I didn't see it. Not sure what happened there. We're going to have 4-on-4 for 16 seconds. And we're going to kill a penalty. .741 left to play in the game. Still tied at 1. I can't even imagine what would have happened there. Rodenheiser not the type of kid to take a retaliatory penalty or a dumb penalty. So I'm not sure what happened there. We've got Harvey coming out. Macaulay coming off the ice. Not sure why Macaulay is coming off the ice. Holly going down to check on him. That must be an equipment issue. right, we're ready to go here. 4-on-4. Let's see what we can do here for the first 16 seconds, if anything. Sackville wins the draw. Groom comes around. He sends that to Mason. Mason's going to skate with it. Mason's got wheels. Mason hits a skate. He's got Harvey in front of the net. He's going to try and find him. Instead, he goes to the blue line. This is Siderick. Siderick goes back to the corner, though. Harvey leaves it for Mason. As a result, green jerseys pick that up. It's 5-on-4 here now. We've got a kid up here, cherry picking. But we're going to skate this in by, what's his name, McNutt. And does that come out? It does. Here goes Harvey and Cole. Let's see if they can get a shorty. Shot on goal, but one of the weakest shots you'll ever see. As a result, we're going to get a face-off. Harvey and Cole are going to come off. They're tired. We'll have Walsh and Lively kill this penalty. Sturge playing to win early here in the season. He wants this win. This would be a bad one to lose. Nice poke check by Groom. Nice fake slap shot there by Siderick. And they cleared all the way down. 1 minute left to go in the minor penalty to Rodenheiser for head contact. Sid clears it again. Sid was a late addition to this team, but an absolutely massive addition. Makes our team much, much stronger. Again, Groom. So solid. Kaysen, he sends that all the way down. Textbook PK here. Bowden and Kendall come out to replace Sid and Groom. Here comes Mason Cole flying out. Nifty little shot there by that kid. Bolly had that angle cleared, though. And another save by Bolivar. 1 second left in the minor to Rodenheiser. He's ready to come out. On comes Harvey. So you got Harvey and Cole out there. Imagine they're going to want Rodenheiser come right to the bench. And we're going to send someone else out. I think it'd be Tony Aliga should probably be next if I'm correct. But this is Kendall. He goes back to... It's Smith that comes out. My mistake. Here goes Mason. Mason turns up. He chips that. It's not going to clear the zone, though. Goes right back in. Bowden, it went off his skate. Smith on the wall. Applying pressure. That is Kendall. He sends it to Harvey. Harvey sends it to Smith. Smith and Harvey played on a line all year together. They're very familiar with one another. Smith in the corner. Smith's going to try and send it out. He does. Harvey gets tripped. No call on that play. Kendall backhands it to the corner. Harvey picks it up. It's a battle behind the net. They're trying to clear. Smith's going to keep it in. He knows to get it to that corner. He does. Good job. Harvey sends it all the way out to Mason. Mason not able to get his stick on it. There's a lot of snow there. That was to our advantage this time. Mason's got it. Mason can rip it from here. Sends it over to Harvey. Harvey back to Mason. Oh, Smith not able to get it. Mason sends that behind the net to Harvey. Harvey puts on the brakes. Again, a green jersey there. They're not going to be able to clear. Mason will get to the corner first. He's going to backhand that. That goes past Smith and past Harvey. Out it comes. That's Harvey. Sends it to Smith. Bowden. Bowden not able to get a stick on it. That goes Bowden. The ice is really dirty right now. As you'd expect, no flood. This is McIsaac, Sloan McIsaac, hopping around like a bunny back there. Bowden pinching. Bowden sends it in. Misses McIsaac, but McIsaac picks it up. McIsaac sends it to Walsh. That's who you want to get it to. There it is. There it is. Great job there with the backhand by Lively. Not able to close it, though. Good pressure here. Here goes Walshy. Walshy sends it. Nice toe save by that goalie. Kendall not able to contain it, though. Bowden comes in, lifts that stick. Bails out his partner. Here goes McKinnon. McKinnon, he sends it. Easy glove save for that goalie. We get a whistle. 3:36 left to play. 3:37 by Corey's clock. Rod wants the 2 points. As do the fans in the stands. Mason hits his guy hard. Harvey sends that to whatever. See if he can get a shot off. He does. It's there. Good save. And they're going to come away. It's 3-on-2. That goes high. Goes past Bolivar. Hits the back of the net. The Wolves have it, though. They botched that, though. Trying to exploit a mistake. And Bolly gloves that down. We'll get a face-off to the right-hand side of Bolivar, my left. Sorry, it's going to be the exact opposite. It's going to be to the left of Bolly, my right. Harvey's going to take the draw. Mason wanted to say something to Rodenheiser. Rim it behind the net, I suspect. But the Wolves win the draw, so that's all for nothing. Big clapper, misses wide. Behind the net, Owen Rodenheiser. He sends that. It's a mess here. Here goes Mason. Mason flying. Chips it to himself, but he didn't quite get enough of it. He gets it. He backhands that to Tony. Tony's got it. Tony sends it on net. Harvey sends it out front. Oh. Harvey takes a big bump. Mason. Mason's got it. Mason still have it. Harvey's going to come in and steal this. Harvey's got time and space. Harvey's going to rip this. This is where he wants to rip it from. He does. It's there. It's there. And it's in. Tony Aliga with the goal. Off the rebound. Off the Harvey shot. Attaboy, Tony. Great effort there by Tony Aliga. Number 22. Doing exactly what he's supposed to do. And the lively line comes out. We have got 2:23 left to play in the game. 2-1 for your Knights. Sid sends that to Groom. Groom sends that up to Sturge. Sturge pokes at that. Good job by Sturge. Sturge gets another poke at it. Sturge still on it like a dog on a bone. He hits his kid hard. That allows Jack Smith to pick this up. Jack sends it to the blue line. This is Alex. Alex sends it back to the wall for Jack. Jack ties up two guys. Jack battling. This is Lively. He swipes at it. Jack has it. He backhands it. Jack's going to try and find the front of the net. Sturge is ready. That hits a green stick. Can they get away with it? 1:45-ish left to play in the game. Sturge with the hit. Kaysen sends it out front, but away comes the green team. The Wolves. Blake Sturge gets the helper on the Aliga goal. Don't believe he was on the ice, but that's the way we roll here in Atlantic Hockey Group. He's over there on the bench celebrating his assist. Right, Alex Groom. Kaysen Lively. Kaysen trying to chip it to Sloan McKinnon. Here we go, Alex. He'll get that out. He always does. We've got an empty net, but we've got a penalty. Too many men is the call. 56 seconds left to play. That's going to be a bench minor. Going to be served by number 5, Warwick, I believe. Huge mistake there by the Wolves bench. As a result, it puts their goalie back in. We're going to close this game out. Bowden Kendall on the blue line. We've got Walsh, Cole, and Harvey. So we'll end this on a power play. Hopefully nothing freaky happens here. We'll come away with the 2 points and start this season with a W. Cole, he sends that in. He's going to hold that on the bench. There's no one better to do that. He is probably the strongest player in this league. It's a battle. Harvey, he's going to pin that on the bench. What they need to be careful of is not popping out and Great battle there by Harvey and Walsh. They're so strong, these two. We're at the 30-second mark. Wolves can't do anything. They get some mercy from the ref. He blows it down. He's going to call for a face-off. "29 seconds left." Again, for people watching this for the first time, you'll notice that sometimes the time I say is slightly different than the time you see on your screen. That's because Corey does it manually, and it's not always perfect. It doesn't align up perfectly with the clock, so that is why sometimes you'll hear me say something different. I can't look at the screen. It's too small, so I have to rely on the rink clock. Harvey going to pin this again. Takes an elbow to the back of the head. Takes a cross check to the back. That'll do it. 2-1 for your Knights. Sackville getting what I'd call a fairly easy win, although it was only a score of 2-1. Again, I believe that the Wolves are missing their 3 best players. I can't confirm that, but I didn't see anyone out there that would appear to have played U15 Major. Usually you can spot them by their different color helmets. There's no one on this team with a helmet that maybe those striped Frazier, I don't know. I wouldn't recognize those names. I don't know. Yeah, there's too many striped helmets out there for them to be major. Certainly we're much, much bigger, much stronger team. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in an hour and a half or so. We'll do it all over again from this same rink. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you in a bit.